So this question is very important towards your any competitive exams. Okay, if the speed v of a particular mass m as a function of time is given by v is equal to omega a sine k by m of root over of t, where a as the dimension of length, which of these is true? First option, the argument of the trigonometric function must be a dimensionless quantity. Second option, dimensional formula of omega is L T inverse. Dimensional formula of k is m L t to the power minus 2. Dimensional formula of k by m root over is t. Now, which one is the correct? We have to calculate it. Okay. So we know that any trigonometric function like sine, cos or tan. Okay, so any trigonometric function like sine, cos and tan must must take a dimensional less quantity. Dimension less quantity. Okay, as its argument. The first one is the any trigonometric function must take a dimensionless quantity as its argument. Okay, so in case of here, this function is, the argument is k by m root over of t. This one is the argument and this part is called the argument. Okay, the dimension of k by mt, the dimension of k by m over root over of t must be dimensionless. That means m0 l0 t to the power 0 is a dimensionless quantity. That means the statement, the first statement, the argument of trigonometric function must be a dimensionless quantity. That means the argument A is correct. Okay, that option A is correct. Therefore, statement A is true. Okay, the statement A is true. Next, we have to calculate the dimensional formula of omega. Dimensional formula of omega. Okay, the dimensional formula of omega, here on the left hand side, the left hand side is v means velocity. So v means velocity. Okay, has the dimension L t to the power inverse. That means on left side, the speed v has dimensions of, that is speed dimension, so L1 t to the power minus 1. This is the dimension of speed. But in case of the omega, on the right hand side, on the right side, we have omega a sin k by m root over of t, and this part is a dimensionless quantity, since the sine part is dimensionless. That is, this part is a dimensionless quantity, if no dimension, and this one is no dimension. Okay, so that means the v, dimension of velocity in case of here this equation, so and k by m of t is a dimensionless quantity, this one is the dimensionless quantity. Now we have to calculate dimension of omega and a. Okay, dimension of omega, so that means dimension of omega into dimension of a, but a has the dimension of length. Okay, now in case of here the dimension of velocity t inverse, L of t inverse, we have to calculate omega, and L is the length inverse. So the implies the dimension of omega is equal to what? T inverse. Dimension of omega is t inverse, but in case of here dimension of omega is L t inverse. That is wrong. This statement is wrong. Dimension of omega is how much? T inverse. Dimension of omega is t inverse, but in case of here the dimension of omega is L t inverse. That is wrong. So statement V is false. Statement V is false. Okay. Next we have to calculate dimensional formula of option C, K. Dimensional formula of K. From the dimensionless argument, that means the sine part is dimensionless argument here. This is the sine part, K, M, T, and this one is the argument is dimensionless quantity. Yes or no? From the dimensionless argument, K by M of root over of T is equal, this one the dimensionless, M0, L0, T0. That means simple one. Yes or no? Dimensionless is 1 is constant. Constant means no error. So that means K by M root over, okay, that is 1 by T, 1 by T. So implies K by M is equal T to the power minus 2. So that implies dimension of K, M for mass, so that is M T to the power minus 2. M1 T to the power minus 2. But in case of here is written as dimensional formula K is ML T to the power minus 2, but there is no L term here. But in case of here the L term is present, that is no length term. Okay, that is no length term. That means option C is wrong. Statement C is false. Okay, next last one is the dimensional formula K by M. Dimensional formula of k by m root over. Dimensional formula k by m root over. From the dimensionless argument, okay, that means k by m root over of t is equal dimensionless, that is m0, l0, t0 is nothing but 1, it's constant, okay, but k by m root over is equal 1 by t, yes or no, that is nothing but t inverse, okay, t inverse. In case of here k by m, dimensional formula of k by m is t inverse, but in case of here is given only t. The dimensional formula k by m is t, that is finally get t inverse, that means the final result and the given statement is wrong, that mismatch. So that means therefore statement D is false. Okay, that means your correct answer is option A is correct. That means any trigonometric function must be a dimensionless quantity. पिलामाने ये देखो, दिस क्वेश्चन इज वेरी इंपोर्टेंट टुवर्ड्स योर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम, जेकोसी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम पे ये क्वेश्चन होची बहुत इंपोर्टेंस। तेणु क्वेश्चन भल भाव पढ़ पढ़ी बुझब, बुझिला पर जाके प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर, अदरवाइज प्रॉब्लम रॉन्ग हो। The speed v of a particle of mass m has a function of time t is given by v is equal omega s sin k by m of t. But in case of here this part, ये जो part टा मुझे round कर देखो पेन रे, this part is a dimensionless quantity, नहीं, तार any trigonometric function must be a dimensionless quantity. Where a जो देची a देची प्ले, a has the dimension of length, which of this is true? तार या भीतर कोटा हमारा correct हमें बाछिबा, तो गोटे ऑप्शन ही करेक्ट होछि। तो फर्स्ट ऑप्शन होछि आर्गुमेंट ऑफ ट्रिगोनोमेट्रिक फंक्शन मस्ट बी डायमेंशनलेस क्वांटिटी, एटा 100% करेक्ट हम, कहीं ट्रिगोनोमेट्रिक फंक्शन जो आर्गुमेंट होछि जो पार्ट होछि k by m root over of t, दिस इज ए डायमेंशनलेस क्वांटिटी, एटा मन रखा पड़ियो पिला माने। डायमेंशनल फार्मूला ओमेगा इज, एटा को हम बाहर करिबा, जो l t इनवर्स देछि, डायमेंशनल फार्मूला ऑफ k इज m l t टू द -2, तो या को हम फाइंड करिबा। डायमेंशनल फार्मूला k by m is t, तेणु या आम फाइंड करवा। देख मुझे सल्व कर देछि पिला माने, देख बिट बाय बिट मुझे कैलकुलेशन कर देछि, ठीक अच्छे, मुझे तो कहीदे तुम या प्रैक्टिस कर, ए टाइप क्वेश्चन जिते अच्छी तुम प्रैक्टिस कले तुम जापर, ठीक अच्छे पिला माने। गोटे छोटिया रिक्वेस्ट, जदि ये भिडियोटी तुमको भल लगुच ताले तुम लाइक कर, शेयर कर और सब्सक्राइब करिया जमार भूलिब नहीं। अधिक वीडियो देखापी हेले तुम प्लेलिस्ट को जाओ कि कोर्स को जाओ, से क्लिक कले तुम सबकि नीट बा कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम क्वेश्चन पाई पार। थैंक यू फॉर योर वाचिंग, थैंक यू।